back again. Thank y'all for joining us. I got my other podcast partner on the other side. Go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Man, what's up, man? This your boy Mike, aka Booby, aka Choke Yourself.
Hey man, we may not always be right, we may not always be wrong.
But you know, I always get our mouths opinion what we're speaking on.
Well, with that being said, we're going to talk about the events that happened last night, man. You know, the NCAA Men's Championship. You had Houston, you had Florida, man. It was a great game, a great final, one of the greatest finals that I've seen in a while. So, it was a really good match. Houston, great defense. They were scoring some points and stuff like that, but you know, like I said, every time somebody has a run, you know, Houston was up by 12. Florida came back and made a run. And then Florida actually stepped up on defense, you know, and that's one of Houston's thing. They're real big on defense, you know. Made Houston turn the ball over like 4 times within the last minute and like 30 seconds or something like that. So, what did you think about the game, Mike?
It was two heavyweights. You know,
yeah.
I think just like two heavyweights, you know, the first couple of rounds, they were filling each other out the first quarter because it was like the first half it was 12-12. And then Houston went on a good run.
Yeah.
And they came out the second half on a run, but just like a heavyweight.
Yep.
Florida took Walter Clayton. They took Walter Clayton Jr. off the ball the second half. He started running around off screen. So if you look at the first half, he handled the ball the first half. The thing about this kid is a little different from most people. He can handle the ball, he can initiate the offense, and he can just shoot. So he can do either or. So he's one of the ones who can do either or. So the second half, Florida understood that, okay, they are solely focused on him bringing the ball to court. That kind of took away from him being aggressive. Second half, they took him off and made him a shooting guard. He started creating more. And once I think the key turning point for me when he went to the free throw line, he had 2 free throws. Before then, he wasn't hitting nothing. Then all of a sudden, hit them free throws. As soon as you see the ball go in the hole, you start working. And like I say, I think Florida was very, very lucky to be down 31-28 at halftime without him scoring.
Yeah.
But the other kid, I think his name was Richard. I think he was stepping up in all the threes and stuff. So
he was. Yeah.
And he was killing. So, and like I say, but everybody had to step up. And I think Houston at the end, it's an old saying, big ball players win big ball games. It's like, to me, I'm not going to say they choked, but they just like, it got to the point where it's a role versus a Duke game. Duke had to lead. Houston came back and took it over.
Did the same thing.
And the same thing happened to Houston. Houston had to lead the whole way through. And then all of a sudden, Florida. So, but those, for the weekend, it was two games, good games on Saturday night, and it was a great game on Monday night. So that game was going to have the final top 5 to me.
Yeah, and the reason why I think those games were really good, Mike, this is in my opinion, man. I'm just thinking outside the box, man. Because of the NIL deal, man. The reason I say that is because now these cats are like, you know what? I ain't got to try to rush to get into the draft, try to rush to make it to the NBA. I can stay, you know what I'm saying, like 4 years in college. I can get paid. I can help my family out, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, going to the G League or, you know, D League or whatever. I can stay and make my money and develop my game. That's why the game's been good.
A lot of these players that's coming one and done, coming out of college too early. They don't look good. They take a chance. Like you said, you made a great point. If you can go 4 years and you get paid, just say hypothetically, you get paid $1.5 million a year. Just hypothetically. You're talking about $6 million before you even step on the pro court. If you make it to pros. If you don't make it to the pros, you're already still a millionaire. You set.
You're still good.
So it's now, I think you're going to be seeing more of these kids. Prime example, Ian Jackson. Ian Jackson just transferred from Carolina. He was he was a McDonald All-American coming into North Carolina. But he's transferred in the transfer portal. He's not even thinking about going pro. He's in the transfer portal. That's telling me that, hey, I'm going to stay and make some more money. I'm going to go to another school, get a better opportunity to make my draft stock go higher. That's smart.
Exactly.
So, like Walter Clayton, he progressed every year at Florida. Every year. Now, you see the fruits. He's going to come out this year. Beginning of the season, they said he's going to be a late first, early second. Now this kid done worked himself all the way to a top 10 pick, in my opinion. So
exactly.
It's you know, the NIL can help college basketball and they can hurt it because simple fact, you can make kids stay longer now, better games, get more season. Houston, I think 3 or 4 Houston players were either graduate, and they were older. So one dude had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. He'd been there 6-7 years. I'm like, so you know, but it was a good game, man. So I mean, I just felt I had no dog in the fight. So let me just say that.
Me neither.
I felt bad for Houston because Houston never won one. And they always been close. So by Florida winning back-to-back, years ago, I was like, dang, they let them win. So, but I saw a great game. So, either way.
It was a great game. Yeah, great game. Like I said, the other game, the Duke and the all the those Final Four, like I said, all the top, number one ranked teams in each division. That weekend was a great weekend, man.
Yeah,
it was some real good ball being played. Auburn played real good again. It was good all around, man. Good for college basketball. A great look for college basketball, men's and women's. We talk about the women's. The women's, even though South Carolina got blown out, but it still was a good look for the women.
Well, for South Carolina, Dawn Staley always had a Elijah Boston. Boston? She always had what's the one that A'ja Wilson? Wilson. Yeah, Boston. You always had a big that dominated.
And the other girl that she just Coco, she's from Brazil, the tall light skinned one. She went last.
She was 6'6".
Yeah.
South Carolina this year, to me, the one glaring hole they had no inside presence.
They had big. But what happened with them?
I had said to myself, whoever won the UCLA UConn game, in my opinion, was going to win that anyway. That's what I said. Yeah. Now this is without Juju getting hurt. Now if Juju got hurt, totally different game. But I'm saying UCLA. I think UCLA UConn had the better teams, in my opinion.
Yeah. South Carolina lost this big early in the year. I think she hurt an MCL or something like that. So that's that really hurt them. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, the offense was kind of stagnant. But you see the old girl from Florida State just transferred over there, the South Carolina.
Yeah, but see, South Carolina is going to get players. But see, what I like about this now, USC just signed the top two player in the country. She going to USC to be with Juju Watkins.
Yeah. So
I see next year. I see UCLA being good, USC, University of South Carolina, UConn. The teams that were strong this year, I see a lot of these teams are going to LSU, the Texas. So women's college basketball.
TCU,
So women basketball is here to stay, man. It was a good look. So, but it was some good. It was overall good basketball all weekend.
Yeah, UConn with Sarah Strong. She's just a freshman. And 80 wasn't it 84? AZ Fudge?
The one with the number 35.
Yeah.
Number 30. She done tore her knee up, I think, twice.
That was twice. Yeah. So it's gonna be women's basketball gonna be looking real good. College basketball gonna be looking real good.
It is.
But hey, let's just talk about the hot topic that just came up on the news today. Mike Malone getting fired, him and the GM for the Denver Nuggets, man. And what you think about that?
I'm baffled because you literally have less than 5 games left in the regular season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to do the timing for me is just weird.
Yeah.
Something had to happen inside the locker room, inside that arena for them to say, you know what? Because I put it like, if you fire the GM and the head coach, that's telling me them two didn't get along. So
at all.
That's telling me that the owner and the head people came down and said, look, if y'all can't get along to get this situation, we're gonna get rid of both of you. Yeah. And for you to get rid of head coach who after won a championship 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, that's kind of weird. So I know Jamal Murray is hurt, but I think this is me talking. I think Malone might be mad because Booth didn't do anything to help this team in the offseason. The only thing he did was go get. Only thing he went and got Russell Westbrook. That's it. They had the same starting 5. As a matter of fact, they lost Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope. They brought in Brown. Brown is starting now, but he's not a shooter. Westbrook not a shooter. Michael Porter Jr. is iffy at best when he hot.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon not a shooter. So I mean, you put so much on Jokic, man. I mean, he can't win a championship by himself. So I feel like Denver didn't do themselves no justice by helping themselves out.
It didn't.
Even at the trade deadline, they didn't make no move. So
they didn't do anything at all.
Who knows what's going on between that? If the coach and general manager like, look, they beefing or what? But it's just not a good look. And you see, Memphis just fired their coach. Yeah,
but it had to be real bad. And Mike, that's all I'm thinking. They must have came to blows or something. It had to be bad for them to fire them cats. They're like,
we would know more. We would know more in the next 24 hours because this literally happened. This happened 2 or 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So something, and that you got to realize Denver is 3 hours behind us. So this must happen. It happened this morning time out there.
They
might have went through a walkthrough, or they had some words or something. Who knows? They say, that's it. So
who knows?
It's gonna come out by time tomorrow come. When we get off work tomorrow, we'll see. But it's got to be something to that. And I'm at the point. Jokic might even want to say, "Look, I need help. I can't carry this load by myself." So I don't know.
Well, like I said, when it came on, I saw Perk was saying something too. He said he was kind of looking at Jokic's body language, like he said, when you start seeing the star player, how their body language look when they're talking to the coach, that's a telling sign too. So he was saying something like that earlier today.
We can't talk about Jokic's body because Jokic's body look like it ain't. He don't look like no NBA player. If we're gonna be serious about the Jokic's body, you got Karl Malone, David Robinson. You think about them players jacked up Jokic. You look at Jokic. Jokic he's like a 7-foot mechanic working on some cars and just don't care. He don't give you that body that I work out. But when I say he's one of the best centers I've ever seen, man, he can play.
And like I said,
Memphis got rid of their coach.
Yeah, they did. I'm trying to figure out that situation too. What did Ja Morant have something to do with that? Is him and Ja?
It's coming out now. After a week ago, they're saying that Ja was upset how they were using him in the offense. And I'm not gonna harp because me and you, when we started this podcast, the podcast started off because of the Ja Morant gun situation. Can you remember that, right? We was arguing at work. We got this close to each other in each other's face. We was arguing at work. People thought we were gonna fight. We were just arguing. You remember that, right? Because you were saying that what you always told me, what you always said, you were defending him, talking about he young, he made mistakes. That's what you said, right?
Yeah,
And I said to myself, you don't get that many when you have an opportunity coming from Dazzell, or you want to say Rembrandt, South Carolina, where he come from. We both know where that is. Dazzell and Rembrandt. I kept saying back then, when you got that kind of position, when you coming from that area, you can cherish you a multi-millionaire. They pretty much can make you the face of the league. And to me, he still ain't learning. So now I'm looking at it. Now we've been on this podcast almost 2 years going now. 2 years. Maybe 2 years this year for us. This happened before we started the podcast. Remember 2 years ago?
Yep.
Has he? Do you think that he learned a lesson, or is something wrong with him?
I don't know, man. Because like I said, he been hurt, so he ain't been he been out a couple again, like I said, with the shoulders and stuff like that. When he did the little gun sign thing the other day, and they were trying to get him a fine or something like that. I think it was at the Golden State game when he did the little sign or whatever like that. But he did like how some people do the gun sign, or they'll do like this right here when they shoot a 3 or something like that. He did like a little gun sign. They made a big thing about it, and then he was like, "Well, Dad, why when Steph them do it or anybody else do the little gun thing, it's okay, but as soon as I do it, it's an issue." I was looking at that too. I was like, "Dad, why are they making it a big issue about him when he do it?" But like I said, everybody else, a lot of people across the league do the same thing. The little, but they'll point or they'll do like this right here or something like that. So I don't know, man. That's still up for debate as far as like with Ja or the situation with the coach. I don't know what happened. We'll see. Like I said, it'll probably come out over the summer or something like that, and we'll learn a little bit more about that. But we got the okay. What about the NFL draft? We got that coming up. I've been seeing the little mock drafts and stuff like that, saying Cam Ward going number 1 to the Titans. Number 2, you got what's my man name from the Giants? I think you got oh man, my man Hunter is going. I think Giants. No, it's not the Giants. It's the Browns, I think. Then you got Abdul Carter going to the Giants. But we'll see how that go, man. But like I said, it's your boy Darryl Ramada Speaking Podcast, man. I had a little bit of technical difficulties today. We got a very special announcement. Let me see right here.
Okay.
Yeah, we back in here. Yeah, we good. You good?
Yeah, man. Technical difficulties, man.
Yeah, that's what I just said, man. Yeah, you straight. So okay, so for the draft, so what you think? Okay, the draft. I'm saw the mock draft. They got Cam Ward going number 1 to the Titans. I think they were showing number 2 what's that? Dual Carter going. Giants got number 2 pick.
They got Cleveland taking Travis Hunter.
Yeah, for number 2. Then the Giants.
Dual Carter going to 3 to the Giants.
Giants, yeah. What about number 4?
Number 4 was Will Campbell going to the Patriots.
And he's from Michigan?
No, he's the offensive lineman, I think, from LSU.
Offensive lineman. LSU,
I think LSU. 5 was Mason Graham. The only one I know, I think the 2 people I know for sure going to the places they got him picked. I think 1 is Cam Ward. I think number 5 is Mason Graham going to Jacksonville. Number 6 will be Gentry. I think he's definitely going to the Raiders at 6.
He's going to Raiders.
So 3 of the first 6 I can see. What it's going to come down to be completely honest with you, if somehow, some way Cleveland does take, just hypothetically, they take Travis Hunter, the Giants going to have the big thing. Are they going to take a dual Carter or are they going to take a quarterback Shedeur Sanders?
This saying they might take a dual, from what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
This says Shedeur might drop number 9 to New Orleans.
I saw that too. So they got the Panthers locked in with Jalen Walker. That's who they got them locked in at number 8. So he's a hometown kid because he's from Salisbury, North Carolina. But like I say, you know, and matter of fact, another thing I saw today, Melrose, the quarterback from Alabama, Melrose. He had a private workout with Cleveland and the Saints, I think. So and he just got invited to the He got invited to the draft party Thursday night.
Well, you know what? You know they said at his pro day. They said that cat.
What?
This is man.
Did you hear what I just said? If he gets, he gets invited to the draft party Thursday night.
That means
somebody knows something. Somebody inside knows something. They're going to take the kid. So see, he wasn't projected to go first round.
Exactly.
Until he had his pro day.
So, that cat. That cat looked like he was doing. Look like Conan the Barbarian when Conan the Barbarian was pushing that wheel, man.
He's to me, I think he's a poor man version of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
He can run like Jalen. He's strong like Jalen, but his accuracy is not there yet.
Not there yet, yeah.
He definitely got to go to a team. He got to sit for a year. He will have to go
sit for a year. Yeah.
So if the Saints do take him, that means the Saints are telling you that we're going to go a card in for a year. We're going to go with what's the little guy that be doing a dual threat with them, number 7. He be running back, fullback.
I forgot the quarterback. I can't think.
Yeah.
He got hurt, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So
he got hurt.
Yeah. So I can't think of his name to save my life, but the white kid. His name he's strong, but he always come. He's like a gadget player, but that means
exactly.
So that means Melrose can sit back there and watch Carr for a year. But you got to realize too now they just took Spencer Strider last year.
Yeah.
From South Carolina.
What you think? I heard Lou Dort, the guy from Mississippi, the quarterback from Mississippi, got a lot of people kind of like looking at him too.
It's good now. Okay, so what we saying? You saying the same thing? He was going to be a first round pick anyway. Yeah. He's projected to go between 15 to 20.
Okay.
If Melrose fall in there, you're gonna have 4 quarterbacks going now because they're supposed to be 3. Yeah. So somebody has seen something in him, or you can look at it like this too. Cleveland, this to me would sound like to me. This is what it sounds like to me. Just remember I told you this first.
Okay.
If Cleveland got the 2nd pick, they're gonna take Hunter. He's the best overall player in there by far. Yeah. Him and the dual card. They can trade back into the first round, late in the first round, to draft Alabama quarterback.
Yeah.
Because if you move it, it's 32 picks. If Cleveland's got the first round that Friday night, they got the first pick in the second round that Friday night, or the 2nd pick somewhere up in there. You can move up 2-3 picks back into the first round to draft him.
Yeah.
So you're not going to lose that much draft capital. So be interested in watching Cleveland draft night to see if Cleveland moves back into the first round to draft a kid.
Get Milroe.
I would say between 28 and 30, somewhere up in there. They can move back in there. So they're going to be the ones. I feel like what they're going to do is say, you know what? We're going to solidify our defense with Travis Hunter and our offense with Travis Hunter. Go back to this kid here. They have a great first day of picking me.
First day, yeah.
But if I'm the Panthers, I'm gonna say this: if I'm the Panthers, if the dual Carter go to 3, somehow he slipped past the Giants and he go to 4. I'm almost positive New England would take calls because New England you get an offensive tackle later down, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I'm the Panthers, I'm not hesitating. Hey, what you need? Up. What you need? I want to do Carter. What do you need? Because you go back and think about this here. If you put him, just close your eyes for a second and think about this. If this kid is anything like Michael Parsons, who's like a Tasmanian devil in Dallas, you got this kid coming off the edge. I don't care what you do, he gonna make your back end that much better because he gonna put pressure on that quarterback.
Yep.
That means so J.C. Horn interceptions to go up, Mike Jackson interceptions to go up. It helps everybody out. So to me, I'm going to get the impact defensive player. I'm not trying to get a Jalen Walker or Mike Green or none of these guys just projected between in the middle rounds or the first round. I'm going to get the best defensive end in the class.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm liking that too. Yeah, that's definitely a good scenario, man. I can see that happening. I mean, like I said, anything's possible. I like your input and your input on that.
I'm just reading in between the lines because when I read that earlier that they invited that kid to the company to the Thursday night, they're not inviting him to sit there just to embarrass that
exactly.
Kid. He knows something. I like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers sat in that green room and he ain't come out to the next round. What's the kid at Tennessee? With the strong arm from Kentucky, Will Levis. Will Levis,
yeah.
Will Levis, he missed the first round and had to come back the next night. The NFL is trying. So the NFL has said, they already said this, they came out and said this, they don't want kids sitting in there for the whole, that hurts their feelings. The camera gonna be on you the whole time.
Yeah.
They don't want to invite people that don't know who's gonna be there. I'm almost positive if Alabama gonna be there, if the Alabama kid gonna be there, they're gonna draft that kid.
Yeah, I think there is. That's gonna be a good thing, man. Let's see. What you think about, and this is gonna be the last question. What you think about what I was talking about earlier at work? Depends on what the team needs. Cooper Flag, or my man Will Clayton Jr., man. You know what I'm saying? If the Charlotte Hornets had the #1 pick, man, who you think they pick? We'll leave it at that, man. We're going to leave it at that, man. We're going to come back. We got a special guest tomorrow, man, on the podcast. It's going to be music related. It's going to be a producer, recorder, Alonzo Gilmore. We're going to have that for you guys, man. But we're going to get back to this question a little bit later on, Mike, man. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, man. We're going to end it with that, man. Y'all have a blessed day. Moss Speaking Podcast out, man. Peace out.